What's going on, guys? So today's video, I want to show you yet another cool counter to pretty much relicked out of their minds General Skwalker team with the 501st and clones. And this team will include ARC Trooper because I guess people like ARC Trooper a little bit more than Ahsoka. And I guess it's kind of evident it is a little bit better in some cases, in most cases rather. But this video is, I'm sure you guys have seen Vader, I think it was like a Relic 7 Vader. And it was a guy named Dark Omega using his Relic Vader versus a Malak team, and it was really cool to see. And this is the same guy that we're gonna try to show you guys in this cool counter. That he has another cool counter for us to show today, and this is with Darth Maul. He's got Relic Darth Maul. He's got some other Sith here and Nihilus. And it just is a really cool counter. So, you know what? Let's just get into it right here, guys, and let's have some fun. Alright, so first things first, this guy put a lot of effort into this video. So, if you guys really want to, watch this video. I'll leave a link to it down below, and I will link his channel as well, because I think this guy's, when it comes to theory crafting, this is a guy that's really, really cool. And he's a smart dude when it comes to this stuff. I mean, look at all this stuff and info he's put on the screen for us right here. It's very, very nice. So, check him out. Check out this video if you guys want even more in-depth stuff. I'm going to try to do my best to kind of go in-depth as I possibly can. But this guy really knows this team inside and out. So this is the speeds and mods here. We can go over the enemies here we're going to be fighting today. He's got a Relic 7 GS, Relic 3 ARC, Relic 3, pretty much everybody else. So his GS has 112k protection, 9k. This is actually really hitting hard, a lot of offense for his General Skwalker. I haven't seen this high of offense in a while. And he's got a ARC Trooper, very, standard. Rex, everybody here is standard, I'd say. So that's a good, a point to hit up on here. I would say this is a typical team you might see. Nothing is insane here on the enemy team, I would say, but it's a good starting point for a counter like this. And then we got his team here. In his team, he's got Darth Maul, leadership, right? You gotta have the Zeta leadership, and we'll go over why this works so well in his leadership in a little bit. And then he's got his Nihilus, Malak, Bastila Fallen, and Thrawn. So there is a lot of moving parts here into his team, and why it works so well. We got to put this out here. He's said it in his description of this video. This is only a soft counter, like a lot of more various counters that we do see here in the game, like a CLS or Padme. And this one I would say is a soft counter for sure, because not only is it, there's some RNG here, but you're pulling people from other teams, from like the Sith Triumvirate with Nihilus. Thrawn, really, he can be used anywhere, so that's not, a huge deal. But the two ones that can be a big deal is Bastila Fallen and Darth Malak. But this is going to be a great use if you are one of those people out there that have, a Zeta Maul. I think this is going to be a great use for him. So his speeds here on Maul, you don't need to be fast here. The only ones you need to be fast here are three people. You need your Malak, oh my gosh. Wow. The three people you need to be fast here, let's just rewind there, is Nihilus, Bastila Fallen, and Thrawn. And the ones that are really the most important here, you should probably have the fastest speeds going are your Bastila and your Nihilus. And Thrawn, you want him to still get some good speed so that he can fracture GS as soon as possible, like right after Nihilus' turn. So, now with this being said, let's go and really go in depth in the game to see why this works so well together with everybody here. Okay, so with Darth Maul here, you're going to get a lot more cool things that can make in this specific counter work very well for your Sith and your Thrawn here. So you're going to get more TM off the bat, and you're going to, over here, you get some more stealth and advantage whenever you come out of stealth, or whenever after the stealth expires. So this is really cool, and the TM here is it's incredibly important here to make sure your Bastila goes very first. And you can see here, yeah, you do get more TM whenever you evade and stuff like that. And just a lot of TM pretty much here with Maul. So with him, that's the Zeta is very, very important. You want to get some more TM going off the bat with your team here. But Bastila here has a lot of cool in-depth stuff that many people kind of forget about. So with your fear, when you apply the fear, because this is going to be the first move you're going to use, well, you're going to inflict fear on one person, the target enemy, and a random other person, But it says here all other enemies are inflicted with offense down, like all these debuffs, right? And this is really important in her kit, in this move, in this special, because your Nihilus, if you time it right with having those speeds, you know, pretty high up there, will ensure that you get an what's that one move? The AoE drain from Nihilus that is going to increase their cooldowns. And that's important so that everybody has debuffs, so that he hits everybody, all 5 of them, with a debuff, and it increases their cooldowns. One point here that can be kind of RNG to, you know, that can be, you know, kind of annoying with the RNG rather, is that if the GS has, you know, insane tenacity, like not even just from his unique tenacity that he's going to get with all the 501st, he can potentially resist this. But if you mod your, you know, Basil Shan for some potency and some really decent speed, and on top of that with her unique Zeta, you're going to get even more potency on the Sith Apprentice, there shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. So one more thing here that I want to share with you guys is on her CBM. Her Corrupted Battle Meditation is another big thing here that can help make sure that your Thrawn can go really before the Wreck can go, and to, you know, just get a fracture off before GS can do anything crazy to you. So here we go. It says at the start of Basila's turn, all enemies lose 3% turn meter, doubled against non-Jedi and non-Sith. So we're talking about those clones. They're going to have 6% extra removing of the TM, and that's pretty big to make sure that, you know, not only your Nihilus, you know, Malak, like pretty much everybody on your team's going to go before. That's what this kind of sums up, and that's pretty huge. And on top of that, you guys already know this, or if you guys don't know this, Corrupted Battle Meditation lowers critical chance and counter chance. So if the GS, you know, if you get some good RNG there, he doesn't counter you on the Darth Nihilus. That's kind of nice too. You don't get increased cooldowns, but most time he's going to have that happen. But that's just one thing to throw out there for you guys if you know. But the main thing here is the TMR with her unique here on CBM, the Corrupted Battle Meditation. So that's probably the 2 biggest things I'd say when it comes to this. And with that being said, now guys, let's get into some of the battles here today. So like here, you can see he's got some really nice text here that goes over it. So I'm going to link this, like I said, I'm going to link it to you guys afterwards. So here we go. Right off the bat, you get all the debuffs going. You're going to have, whenever somebody does get feared with Malak, he gets pretty much a pre-taunt almost. So he's going to eat up some of the hits. But like I said, if nobody does get feared, he's not going to get a taunt. And that can kind of hurt Nihilus a little bit. But I mean, that shouldn't be an issue at all. This, I would say, yeah, it is a soft counter, but it's still going to work, I would say, most of the time. And it's just nice to see. I think that more counters, the better in Squad Arena. So here we go. We already used a Drain Life for whatever the AoE is from Nihilus. I totally forget the name of that. And his cooldown is only 1 off Annihilate. And guess what? With Thrawn being here, he's going to help out. He just died there, but typically you're going to have Thrawn swap right there and make sure he gets the Annihilate off. But guess what? It didn't go out. It didn't go well for us there, or for him rather. And there we go, Annihilate now. And we're going to now work down 5s. You always want to work down 5s in this team, in this counter, because you don't want to spread the sacrifice and the crazy things to everybody else. One thing you want to note there, the reason why we didn't get one shot from Rex, because we didn't do crazy hits to all the clones, and on top of that, we annihilated GS. He's going to have a lot of extra HP, so we can actually tank that, which is nice to see. And now that we lost BSF, at this point in the battle, Malak is going to solo the clones. And this does require, I would say, it does require relics on most of the guys, but the ones I wouldn't say you need relics on is probably Darth Nihilus. But I probably would go into relics because you need the speed. He needs to be fast, like we mentioned earlier. But the ones that I would say you don't need it, absolutely you don't need it, Thrawn and even potentially Darth Maul. But I just feel like the more relics, the better in most of these counters. The ones you do need him on for sure is Malak. He needs to be here because you get multiple win conditions if something doesn't go right for you. Like if you do kill GS, but you lose some other guys like we just saw there, he's going to clean up with his Drain Lives and just pretty much solo everybody. So here's a thing there. We didn't get the Malak pre-taunt pretty much, and he countered our Nihilus. So he actually got an increased cooldown. He's at 2 instead of 1. And he's fractured, right, so he can't counterattack, and that's really important to have another fast Thrawn. And we're now trying to cycle Fracture, or not Fracture, we're trying to cycle Nihilus to his Annihilate here with Thrawn with his TM swap. So that's why Thrawn's really important here, not only for the TM swap, but for the Fracture. And boom, there we go, we got it. Annihilate, boom, popped off. And they just then cleanse all the debuffs. Malik is getting the all the big hits done to him, and Fives is about dead. Wow, I mean, I think there was, you know, always a team like this out there, but I think somebody who has the balls to use Darth Maul, this is ballsy, man. I don't think there's a lot of people out there that have a relic Darth Maul. I'm actually very interested. I'll try to chat up with Dark Omega and see if he can get this done and use this without a Gear 13 Maul. But honestly, guys, I would probably say he is kind of important for his relics just to make sure he's a little bit tankier. But then again, you could probably just stack up a lot of extra protection onto him at Gear 12 and making sure that with the Zeta and you got extra TM boost, you should be okay for the most part. As long as you can annihilate GS and your Malik is still alive afterwards, you should be totally fine. Because Malik's going to pretty much, you can see he's autoing it at this point. You just need Malik to survive after GS is down. So last one here for today. Last one here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to increase cooldowns. And we're going to now fracture GS. And there we go. Malik is just tanking everything. It is. I like this counter a lot, you know. I think this is a little bit more fun of a counter than, you know, a typical Padme or... I probably shouldn't say that because I love Padme a lot, but it's just a fun counter to see, honestly. It's a different out-of-the-box, it's a theory crafting counter. Not everybody is probably going to use this, but if you guys have some of these people built up, it is pretty hot. I like this one a lot. And then here we go. Annihilate, boom, GS, see you later, buddy. And auto it. He's probably going to auto it right here in a little bit. After Fives dies, probably. Because guess what? When now Malik is just like the last guy alive, pretty much, or if he's the one taunting, Fives can't kill him. Nobody here can kill him. Not even Rex with his Annihilate because he's immune to that stuff, the percent HP. And yeah, this is the counter here, guys. Darth Maul. He works out in this team very, very well. And I will, like I said, I will link this guy's channel, Dark Omega. Thank you. I appreciate you actually reaching out, or not, I reached out to you. I'm sorry, I'm not sure why I said that. But I appreciate you letting me and allowing me to use this footage today. And I will link his stuff down below in this video if you guys want to really get more in depth here. I think this is a great counter. And hopefully you guys enjoy it like I did. And I think I do want to wrap up just some more key points here. The speeds, you got to make sure that your 3 people that you have to have really fast is like you can see some of the stuff. We're going to just rewind a little bit. You really got to make sure that your Nihilus is fast, Bastachon being the fastest, and then Nihilus, and then your Thrawn has to be following up afterwards after the AoE from Nihilus to ensure that he gets Fracture off. After that, you're going to cycle to his Annihilate pretty dang quick. You annihilate GS, after that you win, pretty much, from what I've seen. So, thank you guys for watching yet again. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around, and if you guys are new here, feel free to sub. But really, I really urge you guys to watch this video. I think it's a lot better than this video, but it's a cool counter. I just want to spread the word of this counter. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it today, and I will see you all later.